asked my boyfriend to reply to a message for me, and he started looking through my phone. The other day, I, 21F, was baking, and my BF, 22, came into the kitchen to hang out with me for a bit. So we're talking and laughing, and at this point, I was basically elbow deep in flour. So when I got a text, I asked him to look at it and reply to it for me. It wasn't anything bad, just my friend asking if I was home, and she could come over. I told him to text her yes she could, and after he did that, he started looking through my phone. When I asked him what he was doing, and he said, "I'm looking through your chats, it's no big deal." Sir, this is not how this works, lol. I just felt annoyed that he would use that opportunity to look through my phone, so I asked him why. He just said he wanted to see what I was up to. Now I don't have anything to hide, but the reply angered me and made me think he didn't trust me. Also, the way he went about it was a little irritating because I asked him to do something, and he took advantage of that opportunity. Would I rather he did it secretly? He asked. No. In fact, I'd rather he didn't do it at all. Of course, comes the predictable, if you didn't have anything to hide, then you wouldn't be irate right now. Pissed me off even more. I'm literally kneading furiously at this point and asking him repeatedly to please drop my phone. He refused and went to our bedroom and locked himself in there. I'm not one to do too much, and also, I had nothing to hide, so I waited for him to come back from his little expedition and come and answer to me when he doesn't find anything. It was about 20 mins when he came back in with a goofy smile and dropped the phone back on the counter. I asked him if he found anything, and he said no, that maybe I'm just good at hiding, with that same shit-eating grin. At this point, I'm boiling, and asked him how he felt invading my privacy, and he said that my privacy is his privacy. I tried to explain that I didn't like how he went about it, and I don't like that behavior at all, but he was countering saying that if I wasn't cheating being dubious, then this shouldn't be a big deal. That if I want to look through his phone too, I'm welcome. I just silently walked away and have been seething for 2 days. He tried to apologize, but he still doubles down on the fact that if I had nothing to hide, I won't be pissed. But I didn't. Like FFS? I just don't like my privacy invaded like that. Like, what's so hard to understand? I'm hurt and frustrated, BC. It's the principle that matters. I won't be out here looking through his phone, and if I wanted to, I'd just ask, and it's the same here too. If he's just asked, I'd have let him. He's an amazing, sweet man to me, and I love him with all my heart. But he gets jealous sometimes, and when I react to it, he tries to push it off like it's no big deal. He says he trusts me, and he just felt like seeing what I've been up to. Am I looking for tits on an ant here? Sorry, HW reference, couldn't help myself. But I feel like I'm going crazy. What can I do? Update 1. I realized that his jealousy wasn't normal. Me being able to handle him when he gets like that was me literally getting used to the cycle of abuse. I had told a commenter that he was cheated on really badly by his ex. People were asking if it was true, and it was. I was the person he came to when it came crashing down, and he has receipts, so I never thought he was lying. We didn't get together till a year after they broke up though, because in that time we had gotten closer, and I really felt for him. I feel like being with him while he healed was not a good idea, especially as I'd been so involved with him as sort of an emotional crutch after the fact of his breakup. One way he found out about his ex cheating was by testing her. This should have been a red flag. I however told him later in our relationship that he should do nothing of the sort. I won't tolerate it. On the day that I posted, I went to meet up with my friend that's sort of a tech whiz. Interestingly, she's the same friend I asked him to reply to. She combed through my phone, laptop, and iPad, and confirmed there were no bugs or anything cloning or spying through my devices. That was a fucking relief. When I got back home, he had made dinner for us, got me my favorite snacks, and really wanted to talk. I was receptive to him and really thought he had thought about his actions and was ready to apologize properly. Boy, was I wrong. He admitted that he was testing me, playing manipulative mind games with me. He thought that if he made me scared about finding something out, I would break down and confess. When I didn't, and he didn't find anything on my phone, he started feeling guilty. I asked him why he just didn't come to me if he was having suspicions, and he said that that would have given me an opportunity to lie, and that the way he went about it was a surefire way for me to not have any time to cover my tracks. What an asshole. So why did he keep doubling down? Man, you're gonna have to ask him. He just said that the guilt made him do stupid things, but I didn't believe that. I asked him outright if he was cheating on me. He said no. Taking advice from y'all, I asked him for his phone so I could look through it, and I did. He sat there with his leg rattling under the table. I think it was nerves. Another red flag to me. I think he deleted some messages. BC, his boy's GC that I know for a fact he always spoke in, was not there. And there were gaps in a conversation with a girl he knows I don't like, because she had been texting him earlier in our relationship, and he had told me not to worry about her. The messages that were there were just regular conversations, with the occasional trauma dumping from her and vice versa. Things I thought he could only felt comfortable telling me. When I asked about this, he denied having anything scandalous to do with her, that she was a close friend, and if he told me about him talking to her, he knew I'd freak out and break up with him. I just didn't believe him. I had such a nagging feeling. I didn't want to see anymore, so I just dropped the phone and my heart was breaking and breaking and breaking. He showed me that he had booked a flight to Bali for a couple's trip to show me how sorry he was. I was stunned because how can I find something booky on your phone and you confess to testing me and you're still trying to do damage control? Funnily enough, in my head I was imagining scenarios of him taking my passport and leaving me stranded if something happened that he didn't like. I started realizing that if I can think that he could do something he's so heinous, he probably would. I told him that he hurt me badly because of his insecurities, and he crossed a huge line by infringing on my privacy in such a way, not hearing my no, and I didn't think that I could continue being with him from that point on. I told him that even if I had nothing to hide, what about the privacy of my friends and the trust they had in me for their issues to not leave my own eyes? Why did he feel okay jeopardizing that for his own fruitless gain? He said he wasn't thinking about that and just begged and pleaded and said how didn't want to lose me, but it made me sick to my stomach, how he felt so comfortable manipulating me. I told him he has to work on himself because I'm done trying to navigate his possessiveness and insecurity. After that, I said he could stay the night on the couch, but I'd like for him to move out tomorrow. He's tried to beg and plead some more, but I'm not hearing it. I didn't even have to do an ultimatum because I just wasn't interested in continuing this anymore. How do you claim to love somebody but at every turn question their motives with everybody? Especially when I'd never given him a reason to. It got way worse because this morning he confessed. I guess as a last-ditch effort to show me transparency, the irony, that he cheated with the girl once in the early stages of our relationship, and that was the guilt that was eating at him. He tried to lock himself in the bathroom, another one of his manipulative tactics that I realized he liked to do when something didn't go his way. Lock himself in a room till I conceded, but I told him I'd call the police. I've never said that before, and I guess he realized I was serious, so he came out and took some things and went to his brother's. I'm heartbroken, I'm hurt, and I feel like I've lost a part of me. I feel like my whole relationship was a power trip filled with control and lies. I used to see myself as strong, but thinking back on our relationship, I've realized the many things I endured just because I felt I was handling it. One thing though, I am glad I came here. You helped me realize that this could have gotten worse, and my life could have been in danger later down the line. If not that, then I'd have been filled with more pain and regret later had this come up, or if I allowed this to continue. So yeah, that's where we're at now. I'm gonna post his shit to his brother's house, and as for those tickets, I'm gonna try to see if I can use them and go with my tech friend, as a thank you, so we could go for vacation or try travel dancing at a club around there or something. Just to keep my mind off, I guess. Thank you guys so much again. If you have any questions, please ask. I will try my best to answer.